introduction for everybody, you know what I mean? Santino Corleone's from like kind of the same small hometown I'm from in Cincinnati. You grew up in Finneytown, right? I grew up in
Yep.
Wyoming.
Yep.
So we're right next to each other.
We were right. We were actually high school rivals,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
but it's
absolutely.
not much of a rivalry because Finneytown sucks. So it's like the Bengals Steelers rivalry.
Yeah, yeah. So I've kind of been in the shadow, man. I threw some hip hop concerts as well with the guys from Self Diploma. I was actually a big part of the Big Sean and
I opened that show too.
the Mike Posner one at Play by
Oh, the
Play.
original one.
Yeah, I worked at Play by Play. I was throwing a bunch of concerts at Play by Play.
Okay.
And like Joe Murdoch and a bunch of the guys with Self Diploma approached me and they were like, "We want to do this crazy concert," and I was like, "I'm absolutely." And we booked Posner for like, I think it was like 10 G's. We got Big Sean for like $2,000 at the
Yeah,
time. You know what I mean? It was an amazingly wild show, and I don't think we even knew what we were getting into at that point. It got sold out and shut down. You know what I mean?
that was at Play.
Yeah, that was at Play by Play in
Yeah, that's crazy.
Silverton. You know, we it was supposed to only
Oh
hold
yeah,
like,
Silverton. I remember that. That's that area.
yeah, we
That,
were like bussing kids up from UC and stuff.
oh yeah, dude. No, that's actually how I got. See, Sean Herring was a mythical creature to me at the time, and I would hear, "Yo, it's this kid down in Kentucky who books local rappers, and he treats them like like they're like stars." You know what I'm saying? Is my thing still up
You're
there
good.
like
I
that?
got you. Yeah, yeah. My settings are doing it. My settings are doing
Okay, because I think I got the camera up, right?
it. Yep, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. So he was like this mythical creature to me at the time, and he's like, I'm like, "Yo, I gotta find this guy." You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, I found him, and next thing you know, I'm opening up on those shows. So the next time Sean brought Big Sean, he was a big, he was a bigger artist at this time because Ass was out, and I opened up for him at Madison Theater too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still really good boys with them and their manager and stuff. Man, they're just great. Everybody that I feel like that we came up with through that area that we got to like hang out with, throw small shows with, that kind of came up during that period, was
Mm-hmm.
just have been incredibly humble and amazing people throughout the years that have just kept in touch with all of us,
Oh,
which
for
has
sure,
been
for
fun.
sure.
You know what I mean?
That
How did
wasn't
you,
it. Go
yeah,
ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say, like, just how did you, when working with Self Diploma and stuff coming up, like, you did a lot of opening stuff for them, like around and helping them promote and stuff.
Right.
Um, were you helping them sell tickets and stuff like that?
Yeah, I started. My brother was hanging out at that club tickets in what was that, Covington back in the day, and
Yeah,
he was telling me like, "Yo," he's like, "You need to get to this spot. You need to get to this spot." And then one day I go down there and I literally had this epiphany. Like I just seen my future. Like, oh, okay, this is the crowd I need to kind of get in good with. So we wound up getting cool with Eddie Train or DJ E Train, and we wound up promoting the party. So we were like, "Yo, we want to throw a party," and Eddie was like, "Cool, you can do it on a Saturday night where we have our night, and then you just have your people come and we'll give you a password." You know what I'm saying? Well, we brought 150 people, something crazy like that. So I think I got their attention then. And then next thing you know, it turned into me opening on those shows, throwing or selling tickets, and I'd sell 100, 200 tickets a show. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of made
gotcha.
myself I made myself an asset in that aspect.
And for people that don't know you, because bringing you on the stream, you've been in the music game yourself for a while now. I mean, how long? 10, 15 years
10,
maybe?
15 years. I mean, 20. I started when I really kind of went out, set out on my journey was 20 years ago, but I've been in it a good 10, 15 years now.
Absolutely, man. I've been seeing you at concerts all over Cincinnati throughout the years, just crossing paths and stuff. And I've been following on Facebook, commenting here and there, just checking out all the videos, having a good time, man. When did you take the step moving out west? When did you do, was that before COVID or?
Oh yeah, that was before COVID. I kind of have been planning to do so anyway, and then I got offered a record deal with 83 Sound, who is based out of Los Angeles, so it kind of already made sense, you know what I mean? And I think that was the universe telling me, well, you're supposed to be in California anyway. So I got offered the deal probably sometime in 2019. I signed maybe December or January. So like
Right
January,
before COVID.
yeah, right before COVID. So boom, COVID hits. But luckily, we had a bunch of music and stuff that we had been sitting on that we had been working on the prior year. And, we do placement music. So as long as we have music, we're good. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. So yeah, and that's what is that what you've been working on? Like that's a big one of my questions is like how have artists been surviving throughout COVID and things like that? What's one of the main things that have kind of helped you survive and keep it moving, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. For me personally, I think the touring thing is something that I miss, of course. That's where a lot of my income comes from. But I think you have to learn how to adapt. So I started this Twitch stream. You know what I'm saying? I thought Twitch was just for gamers until my manager's like, no, we got to figure out more ways to kind of touch these people that we won't be able to touch because we can't do shows. And he's like, start this Twitch stream. You know what I mean? So I started this about a month ago, and it's been pretty cool doing that. But I've just been trying to stay busy and working. I've been traveling this entire time back and forth from LA. So um, like I said, as long as I got music, I'm good. You know what I mean? Which I'm blessed in that aspect. A lot of artists don't have that in their pocket to use, but you just got to adapt.
Absolutely. And have you've been back and forth a lot from Cincinnati to LA. Are you excited to finally get all the way out there and get that
Yeah,
crowd
yeah,
over with?
yeah, completely. It's because I'll be able to 100% focus while I'm there. Because I'll go there for a week, couple days, come back, week, couple days, come back, and I can't really get my feet on the ground. You know what I mean? So as soon as I get adjusted to West Coast time, I got to come back to the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
know the
just
feeling.
I'm gonna be happy to just be able to focus 100% on what I have ahead of me coming up.
Absolutely. We the North had a great question in the chat. What artist first inspired you to get into hip hop?
Jay-Z. I've been a Jay-Z fan since I was 12 years old. That's why I moved to Brooklyn when I was 19. 8 days after 9/11, because I knew, like, all right, back then I thought, well, if you want to get into music, you got to go to New York City. If you want to go to acting, you got to go to LA. Like, that's what I thought at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I went to New York City because of Jay-Z, who I met when I was 18 once. So that really kind of kicked me into gear. Top three
Push you
Jay
from there.
songs. That's a tough question because that would change from day to day. Because he's got so many songs, and like I said, I've been a fan since I was 12. But I'll go no particular order. I'll say Lyrical Exercise because that's one of my favorite. It just kind of breaks down his whole writing process. You know what I'm saying? And when I started doing this, I started realizing, well, fuck, I do the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where it kind of tells you, like, oh, am I doing the right thing? And then you hear a song like that, and you're like, oh, I do that, kind of use that same process. So Lyrical Exercise. I want to go with damn, y'all got me. Y'all got me. Where I'm from, which is on volume one. Um, and let's say right now I'm just gonna toss this one out there. Streets is watching. It's so many of them. You know what I'm saying? I could be sitting
So
here all
many
day and talk
bangers.
about
Yeah.
Jay-Z songs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Story of OJ for sure.
And it depends on your mood too. You know what I mean? Because you can.
Exactly. It changes from day to day.
Exactly, exactly. What he had another good question. What are your goals on Twitch? Or have you found like the Twitch music section? I know one thing that you got me into was I saw you posting about WandaVision. And
Yes.
and I said it to my chat yesterday. I was like, yeah, we're having Santino Corleon on. He's been posting about Twitch, WandaVision, and my chat was like, you've never watched that? And I was like, I haven't watched it. I sat down with my fiance last night and got into WandaVision. We're like fucking 4 or 5 episodes deep now.
It'll
We're
get you. I got my wife in it too. I'm a big Marvel. I don't know if you can see back here, but I got all of the. I collected all of the McDonald's toys. Um,
Oh my god, stacking.
yeah, so my kids are big Marvel fans and stuff like that. And I kind of grew up reading the comics. I'm not as well versed in the comics as I should be, but yeah, WandaVision is the shit, man. It's like the hottest thing on TV right now, and tomorrow's the last episode, so it's a big deal going on.
Oh, that's what's up. So are you mainly doing that? Are you doing music? Are you doing
I'm
like
doing
live
music.
shows or anything?
I'm doing music. I do I generally I do Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. On Thursdays, I've been talking about WandaVision on Thursdays lately because Friday is the
The
show.
show.
You know what I mean? But usually I'm telling, stories, my tour stories, advice, pointers and stuff like that for up and coming artists who may not, have people around them and at the level that I'm at to be able to hear the things that I can offer them.
Absolutely, man. And sticking to a schedule like that's the most important I've
It
found
is. It
on
is.
mine, you
I'm
know?
an affiliate now, which is, I was proud of that. You know what I'm saying? So I did that
Absolutely,
within
man.
a couple of weeks. So now, the next step is partner.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Are you planning? Are people approaching you for shows for this summer yet, or is that like kind of still on hold with everything?
Well, no, they're approaching us, so it's kind of like everybody's kind of playing it by ear at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We've got our sights set on Europe because we've done everywhere here. You know what I'm saying? From New York City and LA. Not that we won't do it again, but of course we want to branch out our markets. We are actually 83 Sound is actually signed with BMG, which is the third largest music publisher in the world. So that's going to branch us out way more. You know what I mean? So in our minds, hopefully we'll be able to do Europe soon. So I'm thinking early 2020, 2022. I'm starting to see big name acts tour dates start to pop up. Like I seen the weekends tour dates pop up for 2022. So I think we're going to get back into the normalcy or whatever that may be.
That's some really good insight because I mean you can see into that better than any of us as to like when we might be able to go back to a live concert and have some fun again. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
mean, if you wanna test the waters, these little hood clubs are still having concerts right now. It's kind of fun. I see them pop up on the gram. Like, are you kidding me? Like, was this last year? But no, there's full fledged shows going on in the clubs right now, like Atlanta and Miami.
It's still going down. So during COVID, did that give you a lot of good time to work on the new album? Are you hyped to release something new? What do you got going on? What's going on with
Yeah,
the
I
music
I
front?
used the entire year of COVID to work on the album, and that's why I titled it "The Great Reset" because I felt like that whole time of it's just kind of sitting there. I used that opportunity to kind of reset my gears and reset my plans and record a bunch of music. I recorded every song on this album in LA except one maybe. So it's just kind of a reflection of what's been going on the entire year and stuff like that in my journey and how I got led to this point and what I'm going to be doing moving forward.
Absolutely. Do you have a release date or anything for that yet?
No release date. We want to drop spring. Spring's obviously coming up on us fast. We're obviously in March. I am about 80% done with the mixing. Um, so we're just kind of playing it by ear. I don't like to rush those things because I
Not
feel
much
like,
going on anyway.
yeah, it ain't much going on anyway. And in the meantime, I mean, I already have a lot of content out. You know what I'm saying? And I could drop, I like this Twitch show. Like I've been playing the album every so often. Like as I mix records. So if we'll get a record mix, I'll come on the show and play the record and play the version before just to kind of show people how we mix these records down and what we may change or take out or add and stuff like that. So I'm just giving
Absolutely.
them a behind the scenes look on stuff that not normally would give people behind the scenes look on.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I like what you've been doing. I've been watching like the
Hey,
YouTube and some of the videos you guys have been putting out there have been awesome, man. And you can just like when you go back through the history of your videos and music, like you just see the progression of hard
yeah,
work over the years grow. You know what I mean? So it's
thank you.
cool to watch. You know, it's cool to watch.
I appreciate that, man. I've taken that my video career pretty serious. Cause I'm an artist at the end of the day. I don't want to do anything that everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? So I've always taken the video career serious. I write all the treatments. I pretty much direct all the videos. So I'm really excited about really being able to be in LA and really get my feet wet into shooting out there.
And on top of music, the branding and everything with the merch, you're coming out with the brand behind you, man. You're
Yep.
you're smart, man. Got the brand posted
Yep.
behind him right there. How's that?
So my
How
wife, I
what?
got to do an interview. Can you help me set up the stuff? And she was like, set up for what? And I was like my Twitch show. I got to have my branding up. Like you got to, yeah. So we got the merch. It's taken off crazy in the last 6 months or so, I would think. Not even 6 months, maybe like 3 or 4. So we're working on the merch site right now. It's not up, but if you guys want in the chat, if you guys want to check out my merch, I have an Instagram page at Santino Corleon Wear, and I have all my merch up there. And if you want to order anything, you can just hit my DMs, and you can order directly with me. But yeah, we got hoodies, t-shirts, a lot of stylish items. I got weed trays, weed bags, you name it. You know I'm a stoner, so I definitely have stuff like that.
We're stoners as well. This is a stoner channel, so very
Okay.
welcome over here. You know what
Uh,
I mean?
the Twitch needs to get their shit together so we can smoke on camera.
You can. I do every day, and I'm a
Oh, you
partner.
can?
Yeah. Oh shit! Right now. Cheers, brother.
Hey, say no more. Because I'm about to do a thing called the smoke break now, where I'm going to review some weed, especially now that I'll be in LA, the home of the Sticky Icky Icky.
Light it up, man. You're
Oh,
good to
there you
go,
go.
dude. We
There
made
you go.
partner doing it, so I mean, you can definitely do it. You know,
Say less. My manager was like, I don't think you can smoke on there, man. I was like, shit.
just
Because, I sit up there for 2 hours. I'm like, man, it's hard for me to sit anywhere for 2 hours and not smoke.
We used to call it a safety meeting, and I would turn the camera off, and you'd hear me bubble in the bong, but you wouldn't see it. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah, you
man,
know what it is.
there's crazy kids on Twitch showing off the whole grow and that, like sitting in the
I
grow, trimming
figured,
it
man.
up
I'm
and
like,
shit.
it's weed. Like they gotta get it together. I definitely thought so. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're good to go, man. You're good to go. What's your favorite? Speaking of cannabis, are you an extracts or a tree guy? You like
I'm a tree
flower?
guy. I'm an old school tree guy. I like smoking my blunts. I do smoke concentrate, but concentrate is iffy because when you smoke a bunch, then you smoke weed and you're not getting high off the weed anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
I
you
know.
got to kind of take a break from the concentrate here and there. But I definitely enjoy my wax I enjoy. I smoke a lot of cookies and a lot of runts right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's the go-to wrap? Good question.
I have been smoking Swisher Sweet Leaf. They're kind of like a backwood. Swisher Sweet's making like a kind of a backwood now, and they come in a 3-pack. And I just like the little 3 pouch. I grab
Like
those
a
off.
natural leaf?
Yeah, it's like a natural leaf, the honey ones.
Dang, all right, that's what's up. I haven't seen those. I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
yeah,
that
they're
out.
like new. I've been fucking buying them up from the store around the corner from me, and they're like, "Why don't you just buy them in bulk?" And I'm like, "You gonna give them to me at cost? I will."
Yeah, yeah. And I like so we the North put in some good questions here, and one way I want to go with it, especially going with merch. Like one thing I've liked about watching you, like not only during COVID did you not just like lay down, but you went hard in finding other ways to like monetize and help yourself get through the situation with the merch and the Twitch channel. And that's what made me reach out. Like, what other ways have you found that you can kind of help yourself, or have you guys worked on to monetize? Like what's your opinion, we the North said, on streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music? Is there a way to help artists monetize there, or are there any other ways you found to help bring in some revenue during all this?
Um, well, that's one. Like I said earlier, that's one reason why we're doing the Twitch because we realized my management would tell me like IG and Facebook, you're just giving away the content for free. You know what I'm saying? I could go live. We could have had this conversation on live, but we would have been able to monetize it. You know what I'm saying? So why are we making these corporations more money and giving them all our stuff away for free while they make more money off of us? Twitch allows you the opportunity in order to monetize, sell your merch. You know what I'm saying? So my manager jumped on that early. I can't even take credit for that. I was not hip. I even didn't understand it at first, but I trust him so much. I went out and bought all the shit that I needed to get it. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
so now it makes sense to me. I get it because, like you said, it's to monetize it. I don't. I tell artists all the time, why are we giving our shit away for free? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my livelihood. This is how I feed my family. I don't do anything but this. So I had to find ways to adapt. You know what I mean? If you can't adapt in this game, there's no reason for you to be in it.
Question going further, and Efficient already knows where I'm going with this. Are you into cryptocurrency at all?
I am not the big. I can't sit up here and say I know about it. You know what I mean? I know about it, of
Yeah.
course. I got some bit. I have some money in Bitcoin,
Yeah.
but I'm no expert or anything. I can't sit up here and hold you.
Have you heard about these NFTs or non-fungible tokens or all this artwork that's being released via cryptocurrency?
No, I have not. See, this is y'all gotta hit me to this stuff.
So would you be interested in? This is gonna be fun. So artists have been making these non-fungible tokens,
Mm-hmm.
where you basically own the rights to something. So like if you're a musical artist, we could take your music video and put it on a blockchain, and then people could buy like serial numbered versions. So like you could sell serial number 1 of 100 of your music video. Somebody could own number 1, somebody could own number 2, all the way through 100, and then there's like a limited release of what somebody could own of yours, and it kind of goes at like an auction.
So it's
And
kind of like what they did with the Wu-Tang album.
yes, yes. Only now they're doing it with all types of craziness. Like, have you heard of NBA Top Shots currently?
No.
NBA Top Shots is crazy. So instead of buying physical NBA playing cards now, they're on the blockchain. And
Wow.
you buy a pack of digital playing cards for $100, and
Mm-hmm.
some of them are selling for thousands of dollars on the secondary market. Because
So basically, they've turned the playing cards
to
into a
digital.
marketer.
Yes,
That
and they're scarce because they're on the blockchain and there's only a limited amount of them.
That's insane, dude. And then this video thing, that's kind of interesting. That intrigues me. So basically, you put the
So
video out, but it'd only be like 100 copies of it, which
so
would
instead of selling your physical album like in CD form,
uh-huh.
you'd sell it as a non-fungible token, and everybody get a serial number, and you would be like, you have the rights to play my music when you own this non-fungible token. You got the right. And some people are doing a mix of that. When somebody buys the non-fungible token, they'll
Uh-huh.
also send them a physical copy. You know what I mean? Kind of like for the nostalgia of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's insane, dude. Like, so the future is upon us, is basically what you're telling me.
It's very interesting to look into. I was talking, I have a developer in chat here, A3 Voices, and we were looking at this, and I was like, this is something I want to talk to, Santino about. Like, is that something he's interested in with his new
Hell yeah,
album?
something
You
I'm
know what I mean?
interested in, man. That's like what I was saying about going back to the videos. I don't like doing things that everybody else is doing, and if I could be one of the first artists to get in on that on the ground floor, that would be crazy.
Hey, well, that's where it's at. Maybe we'll have to talk about that in the future outside
Yeah,
of the
sure.
Twitch stream.
I'm sold, bro. I'm definitely sold.
That's what's up, though. So, like merch, the Twitch stream, that's what you've been going hard into, pushing
Yep.
it these
And
days.
working on and getting releasing this album. So I'm releasing the Great Reset under my own label, the Mad Circle Music Group, and I'm releasing another album with 83 Sound as well. So I'll be releasing 2 albums this year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So Mad Circle is your personal label that you
Yep.
made,
Yep. My personal label.
and you get to do your own. Okay, and this was also where I wanted to go with this. You know how Twitch, you can only play certain music, or they'll
Right.
mute you or shut you down. Is any of your music with the other label, 83 or 80? Are they? Is any of that? Can I play your music on my stream?
You can play anything you want, man. That's what we make it for. You know what I'm saying? That's really like they want me to reach out to guys like you on Twitch streams and stuff like that because we want to get it played in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Rather than go to these corporations all the time and them take a big chunk of what I mean. And between me and you, it's not a thing about money. It's just about getting the music out there. You know what I'm saying? And you
Right.
have a platform and an audience who probably never heard of me, but now they have. You know what I'm saying? So of course I would be honored for you to play the music.
That's what's up,
If you
man.
need anything, you just give me your. I mean, I have your email now, but I can just start sending you music. That's nothing.
Shit, we'll play it. We'll play it on the stream, man. I'm always looking for music to play so that I don't get muted and that we can play in the background. I,
Oh yeah, we got it.
we're here all the time, so that's a great part of the conversation right there.
Hey,
You
I'm
so you
glad you
guys
asked.
really you guys control all your music on your end. You're not moving towards like a bigger label really. You're doing
No, I
everything
mean,
in house.
we've all had over there, at least the artist side there. We've had most of us have had situations with major labels, and it's just not the thing to do anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's prehistoric. Look, well, you were just telling me about this damn these video crypto things. Like I never fucking heard of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much stuff going on where you don't need these labels anymore. So you build up your own audience and you build up your own platform. They come to you and you set the price, rather than them come to you and tell you what they're gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
when
right.
you build this thing up big enough, they come to you and you say, I want X amount of dollars, and they don't even flinch because they know that they can give you that.
The history and the values there.
Exactly. And rather than how it would be before, it's like, oh, you got a little talent. Well, this is what we can give you, and it's scraps. You know what I'm saying? It was like you'll take that and be okay with it. But nowadays, the great awakening of the artists. The artists are getting back all the control now.
Any features or any artists you want to work with or anything coming up you can drop?
Features, I have Chelsea Perkins, which is a label mate of mine on the Great Reset. She's a dope artist. She's also a Twitch streamer. You can check her out at Chelsea Perkins X. Her shit is like super. She's got her shit together. Like she records music live on Twitch and stuff like that. So I got her on the album. I've got another. I have all female features on this album, as a matter of fact, and it happened on accident. But then another female named Luna Bruja and another female named I Am Chelsea I Am. So 3 females, and then I also got Bootsy Collins as keyboard player to play some keys on a couple records.
Bootsy.
Yeah, I
We
had to get some
all
funk keys on it.
absolutely, man. He's a legend here in Cincinnati, and man, his crew, Paul, his road manager and stuff, has helped me do some shows. Freak Bass has helped me do
Freak
some
bass, yep.
shows. Absolutely, man. That's a good group of people to party with for sure.
For sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you got them on the album and everything like that. When are you dropping the two? Are you dropping both albums at the same time? You spacing them out?
I'm gonna space them out. That's why I was trying to get mine done as quick as possible. I don't want to rush it, but the 83 one will get. They have a lot bigger reach than I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why one of the reasons I went over there with them, because I knew I could get my music in places that it wouldn't get on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I plan on dropping mine first, and then we'll probably drop the 83 one third, fourth quarter around there. I mean, I guess the end of the first quarter is already this month, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But man,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
sounds like you've stacked up with some material, or you weren't slacking the past 12 months. You were
Nah,
hitting it
all I
hard.
do is I'm always recording and writing. I never stop doing that. Even if I have like I could drop a project tomorrow, but I'm still gonna start writing and recording for the next one.
Talk about the process for making your album, like start to finish. How long does it take? Writing songs, stuff like that.
I mean, this takes me a good year to finish an album. If you're really taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to rush things, but I kind of let them happen naturally. So what I'll do is I'll start to record music and just write and record. I don't have a necessarily like no. Sometimes I know like, all right, this is what the project's gonna be about. This is the title. If I don't have a title, if I don't have a plot or consistency to a project, I just start recording music, and then I'll get 3 or 4 or 5 songs in, and I'll say, well, so these two kind of sound like they go with each other. This one doesn't. Oh, I'm gonna go write this another one, and then I just put them together. And by the time a year rolls around, I probably have 20, 30 songs, and I'll just take, whether I'm doing an album, an EP, or whatever, I just take the ones that make the most sense, that are the hottest to me, and I put them on a project. And then I'll still always go back and use the other records. Sometimes I may give it to another artist. I write a lot for other people, so I could take a record that I'm wrote for myself, and I'm like, that works for such and such. Let me see if they like it, and then I might send it off to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So you do some writing for other artists as well.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely write for other artists. I do a lot of writing, a lot of R&B writing on the side. As funny as that sounds.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome that you can do that and have that other source of income come. Like, it's awesome to hear about how an artist like yourself is able to make a living doing it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like, that's the dream that people look up to, is like you've done it and can do it and have put in the time and the hard work to find the angles to get yourself to a way that you've got a son, right?
yeah. I got a son. He's 4 years old, and I got 2 stepchildren too, which are my kids too. You know how
There,
that is.
yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
got three kids and a wife out there that you got a family you're taking care of, and you're doing what you love to get there. Is
Yeah, and it's a sacrifice. You know, I would tell people that all the time. Like, you may see, I say that in the album, in one of the lines, I say, yeah, I know you see me winning, but the stress shit never end. So I be rolling up my problems and I blow them in the wind. So like, yeah, you might see all this good shit happening because I only show people what I want them to see. You know what I'm saying? So, but they don't know. For every yes I get, I got 100 no's before I got to that yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's a struggle at times. At times I'm beating my head up against the wall, wondering, you know, what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But I was just telling my wife the other day, I wouldn't be at this point if I wasn't supposed to be at this point. You know what I mean? I've come up with a lot of guys who gave up and quit a long time ago. So I feel like all these good things wouldn't be happening for me, moving me forward, if I wasn't supposed to be here. You know what I mean? So I just try not to take that for granted and just keep my head down and continue to work. And the older I'm a little more. I have an advantage because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? And I've been around the block a few times. I kind of know how this thing works. So I use that to my advantage. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of these younger artists have that. You know what I mean? So I try to be the voice for them too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And do you like a lot of the younger artists? I feel like burn themselves out partying super hard.
I mean, I did it too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I can't sit up in here. You know what I mean? Like you probably see me at parties. You know what I'm saying? So I did it too. It's just a matter of how you react to things. You know what I'm saying? We're in that business where you're gonna be partying, you're gonna have girls, you're gonna have drugs. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be alcohol. Like, you just gotta be smart. You know what I'm saying? And I've had those times where I was dumb. You know what I mean? And thank God that it never took me into directions where I couldn't pull myself out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those things. It's something that'll never be. It'll never go away in the entertainment industry. You just got to be smart about it.
How do you deal with temptations like that when you're on the road? How do you just get yourself on the
I've been
path?
through that. I've been through it before, so just experience and knowing that I mean, I used to do a lot of cocaine in my 20s before I was any type of rapper or anything. And I know that I don't function well and I can't be out in public on cocaine. So if I do cocaine and I do it around some people that may be important, I'm going to fuck something up. So I'm just not going to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just the maturity and being older and having that experience. Because I tell people all the time, had I got the attention and accomplishments that I get now, even 10 years ago, I would have fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just security.
No, that's a good point though, man. You know, like, and sometimes things come too fast and too soon for people. Sometimes people are ready for it, and sometimes, you know, you get a little too much too fast too soon. It'll wreck it. You know,
Bro. This life moves fast, man. And you just gotta be prepared for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to trust people. I mean, the higher I climb, the more inward I go. Like, it is so weird because I'm an extrovert. You know what I'm saying? So to be starting to become this introverted person where I don't even like going out anymore. Like, I was a party. I have a whole mixtape series dedicated to partying, and now I'm like, I don't even want to go out no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? My wife had to drag me out sometimes.
I know the feeling well. I used to party hard, throw the parties. I threw music.
Yeah, so you was like, you know what, I'm kicking it at home.
I'm chilling now. I've done the party thing. You know?
If I'm out of town, it's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, it's a different atmosphere and a different scenery. But when I'm home in Cincinnati, at this point now, I come to chill and work.
See family and work.
Yeah, and recharge my battery.
Absolutely, from being on the road and stuff. Although the excitement to get back out there, though, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's why I just go to I've been working out like I've been training like I'm fucking an athlete or something, and I'm waiting for the season to start because once that road opens back up, dude, I'm out of here.
That's what's up, man. What are you planning on doing, like an album release party in Cincinnati, LA? Where would that be at?
I probably won't do nothing in Cincinnati, to be honest.
Drop it in LA.
Yeah, I'm kind of, like I've done everything here, bro. Like, I've played every venue. I've been on the radio. Everything you could do here as a rapper, I did it probably 4 times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could continue to keep beating this dead horse, or I can move on. And that's really one thing that kind of took me out west is my label's there, and I found a lot of inspiration out in LA, and it's just time to move on. You know?
Yeah, that's what's up. You found a lot of inspiration. I mean, the weather's better out there, but
legal weed, weather better, beautiful women. You can't beat it.
I don't know. I'm gonna contest you on the weed part, but that will do.
I love West Coast weed. I think Pacific Northwest weed is better though. I love like Seattle and Oregon shit.
That's what's up. What's your favorite strain right now? I know you
can't. Right now, like I've been smoking a lot of white runts, pink runts. My favorite strains in the past have been OG Kush, but I feel like OG now is like regular. You know what I'm saying? With all the different strains, it's become OG is the new reg. So, Blue Dream, Sour Diesel, just kind of your OG strains. Like nowadays, you got all these new shits and all that shit, but I like that. Out of the new stuff, I like burners, all burner shit at Cookies. I stay in Cookies on Melrose.
I haven't been able to get any of Burner stuff. I traveled a lot before the pandemic and stuff, and I just never had time to. I tried to stop in the Cookies SF store.
Oh yeah. I didn't make that. I was in San Francisco this summer, and I didn't even go to that one. I'm stupid.
I couldn't get to it in time before we had to go to a meeting, so I wasn't able to snag any cookies. I was pretty mad at myself.
Yeah, man, Cookies is a shit, bro. They got some shit. It's expensive, and I hate having to pay tax sometimes, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather quality over quantity sometimes.
Absolutely. You ever go to Vegas?
Yeah, I do go to Vegas. I wasn't really impressed with Vegas weed.
Yeah. I did like Mike Tyson's Tyson Ranch.
I haven't been able to hit that one yet. So
he actually has some quality, man.
Does he?
Fire. Yeah. Sour
anytime I go to Vegas, I always have to call my homies who just bring me weed. Like, I don't even like to buy the dispensary weed in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think it's like a tourist thing. Like, you know what I mean? That really, when weed went recreational out there, kind of fucked the game up. You know what I mean? Because it became this, capitalism took over and it became this big tourist thing. Like, you go into the dispensary there, it's like going into the fucking iPhone store, the Apple store. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I just want my fucking weed. Can I get my shit and go?
Can we just get out of here and move on with our life?
Yeah, and they're like, be well. Today's plant, and then they give you this big spiel. Like, I know what I want. I'm about to smoke it. And
you probably know more than most of them, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need the spiel, none of that. I know what I want. I'm out.
That's the first thing I tell anybody when I walk in the dispensary is like, don't give me the spiel like your normal customer that doesn't
Right.
know anything. I probably know more than you. Can I smell it, touch it, see it? I'll make the decision.
Well,
You
now
know,
with COVID, you can't do that, so it makes it extremely difficult to know what you're buying. So you just got to know what you
you
like. You
just
know
got
what I'm
to
saying?
take the shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Either like as you take the shot and spend your money testing out things, or know what you like and get it and get
Go
out.
back, yeah, and go
Yeah.
back for it, yeah. What do you do, like traveling and stuff like that when it comes back to COVID and things like that? Like, what do you do when it comes to getting cannabis and stuff on the road? Normally coming from fans or
Um. Luckily, the last a lot of the tours I've been doing, I've been touring in legal states.
right,
If normally I'll just bring it with if I'm going like so. Okay, my last tour I was touring with Talib Kweli, and I started in Atlanta, and so we drove from here to Atlanta. So obviously I'm gonna bring some with. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, I know I wouldn't have no problem finding it there. In on tour, I always ask the sound man if I can't find trees. The sound man always knows where anything is. So, but going to these places that got legal states, you don't really have those problems anymore.
anymore, yeah.
A lot of places are legal now.
How
But
big?
Twitter, all you got to do is tweet, yo, I need some trees. Have somebody bring some trees to the venue. I mean, when we were touring with Mac, that shit was easy. All you had to do is have one of them tweet that shit, and the people would be knocking on the bus door,
Throwing bags of weed, throwing
literally
bags.
giving it to us. Like, and we used to have this joke. We used to be like, so somebody will come on. Well, obviously, we wouldn't let dudes on the bus, so no dudes can get on the bus unless they got weed or something, and then they can get on the bus. But then they're like, they'll give us the weed and we'll look at it and we used to do like this. So are you giving this to us or you want us to buy this? And they always would be like, oh no, we're giving it to you because they're on the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
they're hanging out, having a good
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. That was our little trick. Like, so you giving this to us or we got to buy it? And they're like, no, you can have it. Like, all right, bet.
That's great. That's
Then
great.
I learned touring with Wiz. Well, we were on a green tar carpet tour once or something, and Wiz and them were on the tour. But they would like when you go down in like Texas, the Southwest region, New Mexico, and all that shit. They don't fuck around down there. So Wiz and them would give away all their bongs and shit on the bus to fans and shit like that, so they wouldn't get busted with that shit on the bus.
Smart
I
move.
yeah, I
Yeah.
always got a kick out of that. They would literally just give bongs away, like here, take this.
Yeah, you get them in the next city, no problem. No
Right.
big deal.
Yeah, $200 bongs. Fuck it.
Yeah, get out of here. You let them go.
Yeah, I
That's
always
what
got,
I used to do, man. Like when I would travel as a salesman, I would always like in the legal states, I'd have a bunch of weed left over, dude. We would always just give them to like you see a homeless dude begging on the way to the airport, man, dude. Nothing lights up a homeless guy's face than handing him a fat bag of weed and like the half of the joint that you're smoking on
yeah.
the way to the
Vegas
airport.
got drop boxes now. Like you can just drop. Like if you fucking forgot you had weed on you, they got these little anonymous boxes at airports now. You can drop
You
your
just
shit in.
drop them in. I'm not giving the airport guy my
Hell
weed.
no.
I'm giving it to somebody else, man.
But and LA, you can leave LA with an ounce of weed. So I
Yeah,
always leave
yeah,
LA with weed and just
yeah,
fly with it in my bag.
yeah. Like no big deal. Nobody cares anymore. You know what
I
I
mean, as long as you're not trying to do no fucking Pablo Escobar shit and bring pounds, and the TSA can't arrest you. They're not gonna stop you. They
mean?
don't
It's
give
a
a fuck. That's
waste of
some
their
dude that's
time.
working fucking $10 an hour who don't want to be here anyway. He's trying to go home.
Yeah, he's trying to go home and light one up himself.
Yeah, exactly. He don't give a fuck.
A derelict who runs a hotel. He says, "Give it to your hotel staff."
Hey, I probably left so many drugs and weed and shit in a hotel room that it was ridiculous.
Have you ever gotten the smoking charge in a hotel room or any
You know
crazy
what?
charges?
Unfortunately, I've never gotten a smoking charge, man. Never, never. That's funny when I travel with my wife and it's just me and her. She's like, "I already know you're gonna smoke in here." I'm like, "You goddamn right. I'm paying all this goddamn money for a hotel room. Fuck this." But when you out west, it's like weed ain't shit out west. Nobody gives a fuck. It's like cigarettes in the Midwest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. When I moved to Denver for like 5 years, and
Oh, Denver, I love their trees. I was there this summer too.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that's where I lived for a while. And like when I first moved out there, and I knew I was home. I was in a bar going to a concert, and I saw people walking up to the bartender, literally smoking a joint, ordering their drinks. The bartender didn't say shit, and some dude walks up with a cigarette, and the bartender yells at him immediately. Is like, "Get out! Take that cigarette
Get the
outside!"
cigarette out. The weed.
And I was like, "Damn, I'm
fuck the cigarette.
home." Yeah.
Yeah, I quit smoking cigarettes like 2 years ago, man. And now when I see people smoking them, it's like the most foreign shit to me ever. I'm like, what the fuck? It looks so weird.
Same. I used to smoke, back in college, a pack a day, no big deal. But now that
Yep.
I quit for a few years, like 5, 10 years now, they honestly smell like trash to me.
They smell like my wife when we were dating and I smoked cigarettes, she'd be in the car and she'd be holding her nose like this. And that would piss me. I'm like, bitch, it ain't even that bad. Like, calm the fuck down. You being dramatic as fuck. Now that I don't smoke, I can smell a cigarette a block away. I'll be in the car at a light and I can fucking smell the person next to me smoking. I'm like, oh, now I get that shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. That's pretty funny. When working on your album, is it just you producing that, or how many people like are involved with making an album, putting something together like you're doing?
Well, generally, obviously, for the most part, on my own personal albums, I do all the writing. As far as production, I try to work with new producers every project because I don't want to ever get stagnant, or I always want to change my sound, and it keeps me on my toes as a writer. So I generally try to work with new producers, and what I'll do is if they can't work with me directly in the studio, whether I may be in one city and they're in the next, I'll just have them email me a bunch of tracks. Sometimes they're skeleton tracks, which means they're kind of like half finished, you know what I'm saying? And I'll write to them, record, and once I get a kind of scratch recording, that's what I call, like, I just record my vocals, and then I'll listen back like, okay, we can add this. This may need some keys. This may need a guitar. This may need this or whatever. So we just kind of take in and add as we go. And usually it's me and my manager, Dre, kind of bouncing back and forth as far as what needs to really be done as far as the tightening the bolts on the record and shit like that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Man, it's been a good. We're coming up here on an hour. I don't want to take.
Oh,
Too
we
much
know
of
Kyle Scrooby. I'm sorry, I was
Oh
reading
yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah,
Efficient.
we
What the
know
heck?
Kyle. Kyle came up in the scene with us too.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, Efficient does a lot of work for the stream, and he also did a lot of stuff in the concert area and like managed Mad Frog for a bit and
Okay.
all types of fun stuff. The
Yeah,
old
so you guys are all in the business then.
Back in the day, man, I threw a bunch of concerts, like managed a band. I threw a music festival. I threw a $70,000 music festival and got bit. It was 70 and sunny that Thursday. The Friday it was like 30 degrees and sleet snowing when the concert started. So we got like 800 out of the 2,000 people I was expecting, and just financially just took 20 G's out of my pocket. So I was like, after that, I was like, man, there's got to be something better to do with my money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Promoting games hit or miss around here, especially with the weather. And I always used to tell people back in the day when Self Diploma was doing their thing, they generated a lot of hate because they were doing so much. You know what I'm saying? And people would be like trying to start their own promotion companies in order to combat Self Diploma. And I used to tell them all the time, like, dude, you can't compete with those dudes. You just, it's like if you can't beat them, join them type of thing. You know what I mean? They just had too much of a following and too much of a system in place in order to get things done, and they got done.
Them and Niederlander and a lot of the other big promotion companies around. And then I found
Loco Bros.
Absolutely, man. And I found it hard to even compete when I wanted to book national acts with what's the festival in Chicago?
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza and like a Bonnaroo and stuff like that, and the clauses they would have with their artists. And Cincinnati sits in this fucking magical zone with the radius clause where we're in both of them. So
Right.
because they're spread out from each other and they have the like 6 months booking, it's like the whole fucking warm weather season. You can't, if somebody's on one of those rosters, you can't touch them. And it's like, well, this is out of control at this point.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like monopolized or some shit. It's crazy for sure, man. It definitely is. I've actually went out of sight. I didn't play Lollapalooza, but the first time I out of sight is an artist who I'm signed with, but he played Lollapalooza, and that was like the first time I was ever out with those guys. And I got to go to Lollapalooza, and I was getting golf carted from stage to stage. It was like the craziest experience ever because we have full access passes.
That's awesome. What was that like, carting
It,
from stage to stage?
it was crazy because I grew up watching Lollapalooza on TV, like you know what I mean, as a kid, and I always remember like, what the hell's Lollapalooza? Like that's how young I was, you know what I'm saying? And to be there and then to get golf carted from stage to stage, like we would just literally have to go to this back part of every stage, and it would be a production person there. We show our badge and be like, yo, we want to go to such and such stage. Then they get on their walkie-talkie and have a golf cart come get us. It was just crazy. Like, yo, this is life right now.
And now you're ready to do it again here next year on your own tours. So.
Kind of, yeah, I'm trying to be performing this time though.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Any let's see here. Any questions from the chat or anything like that? Essential Productions, the only other player in Cincy. They do some good concerts in Cincinnati.
Yeah, ask away. Yeah, I've been really, I don't really get booked here anymore. Kind of made myself a pain in the ass on purpose.
Taking everything out west. Why not?
I mean I know my worth, man. And sometimes I'm like, yo, they can't give me what I'm supposed to get.
Right, right.
Done everything.
It's got to be worth your time. Like, this is one thing I always said when I managed a local band. You don't want to burn out your local crowd. You can't ask people to come out every Friday night.
Every Friday.
You know, like, it's a whole other story if you ask somebody to come out every 6 months for an album release or every year versus, like, every Friday I need you to come out. You know, it's like that's going to burn out and die away, you know?
And then what happens is it just be a bunch of artists and their camps that show up. That artist goes up, he leaves, he takes his camp with him. Nobody gets it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody audience is actually watching for a show.
Right, nobody's there for the actual party. There's no excitement for it or anything like that.
How hard is it to start off? I have a record label, but I'm trying to put it together. I mean, it's hard, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you it's easy. You know what I mean? It's a grind. It's gonna be a lot of downs. You know what I mean? But there are gonna be a lot of ups too. But when you get those, it's really high highs, really low lows. Things are going to be discouraging. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and give you the silver platter version, because there is no silver platter version. You just have to keep your head down and do the work, and see where it takes you.
You've been working at it 10, 15 years to get to where you're at. So,
Yeah, like literally 10. I moved to New York City at 19, 8 days after 9/11. So that gives you a time frame on when I started this thing. You know what I mean? It don't feel like I've been in this 20 years, but it's definitely a fucking grind. You know what I'm saying? My whole identity, life, and everything is tied up into this.
He said, sign me, bro. I'll spit for you. We the North, you're going to have to come harder than that.
You can spit through Twitch. If you can spit through Twitch, man, you deserve to get signed, because that'll be fucking pretty impressive.
Oh, man.
That's amazing, man.
You got any, why did you go to NYC?
Because that's the rap mecca of the world. You know what I'm saying? You want to be I'm an MC at the end of the day. Like, I started out battle rapping, and I'm a lyricist, so New York City was the place to be at the time. And not that it ain't now, but it's changed now. It's gentrified now, and I was there when it was still a war zone. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be around the real New York and kind of soak up all of that energy and those vibes.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, dude, I really appreciate you coming on today. We've more than filled an hour here, which has been good. Really good, dude. I'm gonna have to check it out. Let people know before you go. Where can everybody find you?
Cool. Yeah, you can find me on Twitch for sure. Go follow me. Go subscribe. Santino Corleon 83. On Twitter, I'm at Santino Corleon. On Instagram, I'm at Santino Corleon. My merch on Twitter or Instagram is at Santino Corleon. YouTube, youtube.com/Santino Corleon TV. So follow me, check me out, check out my music. Write me, I write back too.
Yeah, that's what's up. Santino got right back to me like, yeah, let's do this. No big timing going on, dude.
Nah, bro, I don't do that shit. I just did an interview with the Cincinnati Enquirer a couple days ago, and when the label sent over the email, I scrolled past it because I thought it was spam. I'm like, they don't want to interview me. What is it?
I actually saw you post about that on Facebook. I got a good laugh about that. And we're going to have you back on sometime. Maybe when you go to release the album, we can have you on a Friday or something like that.
Yes.
Some of the songs and do this again, man. This has been
I'd be happy to, man.
And you stream what, Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch?
Yeah, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'll be doing it tonight, but I'm gonna be later tonight. I got a birthday function to go to, so I'm probably get on about 10 o'clock tonight.
That's what's up. Everybody, you already know where to find the man. I only stream during the day, so you know where to be at during the night, and I'll be in that chat checking it out myself.
Yeah, somebody just do it in the chat there.
Nice. There we go.
Thank you guys for throwing that link in the chat. Yeah, go follow me, please. I'm trying to make it the partner.
Yeah. Follow this man. Let's get him some views. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, and invest in GME. I'm going to look that up, too.
Oh, my God. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do you do any stock investing or anything like that?
A little bit here and there. My boys just tell me what to put money on, and I put a little money on here and there.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming out. It's been fun.
All right, man.
We'll do this again in the future.
Yes, please do.
See you, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below, help us out with the YouTube algorithms. And we're live 5 days a week on Twitch, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST. Come check us out. Thanks for watching.